Joined this morning by David Hayes. David, before we get into the racing, Alzora was impressive winning the listed Ethereal Stakes. She's 50 to 1 into 13 to 1 now with Sporting Bet for the Oaks. Does she head straight there?
Yeah, I was thrilled, to see her go from maiden class to winning that race like she did. Nick Hall felt he went a bit early, and there was even more credit that she hung on and did so well. She'll go straight into the Oaks. I think she's got a stout pedigree, and she's ready to go now, so onwards and upwards.
Excellent. And Friday night, Cox Plate Eve, race 1 Morganza over the 3,000, ran third track and distance last start. Yeah,
she led in that race. I would say she's improved and benefited a lot for the run, and she's a terrific each way chance.
And race 2 Manila Jewel, probably ignore the last run, raced against her pattern, and there's no Shadow Margot in this race.
Yeah, she'll really appreciate not seeing Shadow Margot. Things went wrong for her the other day. She missed the start, got back and pulled. I would say from barrier 1, she'll just go bang in the box seat or lead.
And race 4, Mrs. Gray, an interesting runner, first up of a 7-month spell and competed against the top level 2-year-olds last campaign.
Yeah, she was right knocking on the door against the very best. It's a bit of an arse stakes class first up, but I do hold her in high regard, and I think she's a terrific each way chance and maybe a horse to follow going forward.
Cox Plate Day, we'll start with Rose Hill, where we have Bradman in race 1, the Sporting Bet handicap, over 1,800, and wasn't disgraced against It's a Done Deal last start.
No, he wasn't, and I think at 1,800, a drop way back in class, he's a terrific chance. He's thrived here at Lindsay, and I would say capable of winning up there.
Speaking of thriving, Mosse Diva in race 5 adapts well in her races and seems very versatile up there.
Yeah, she does. She's drawn a good barrier this time. Probably the toughest race she's been in, but I'm very, very happy with her.
And Cox Plate Day, Mooney Valley, starting off in the 2-year-old Storm Shield. Showed early speed on debut and the blinkers go on here?
Yeah, big help here. He's drawn barrier 5, he's got blinkers, he's had the benefit of a run. His trial was excellent at Flemington with the blinkers on. You can mark him down that he'll definitely improve from his Adelaide run. He got caught wide, and it's hard to judge what's in the race because a lot of them are unraced, but I would say they'll have to be on their game to mix it with him.
And the Amy Vars, Prisoner of War, steps up to the 2,000 for the first time, which should suit, as long as he settles, but It's a Done Deal's also in that race.
Yeah, look, It's a Done Deal looks an exceptional 3-year-old of the year. First time Melbourne Way, you never know, well I hope so, and basically the rest of the field is the equivalent of what he ran in last start, and I thought he actually could have easily won his last start. Things didn't quite go his way.
The Crystal Mile, Group 2 over 1,600, Spacecraft, only 7 runners in that race.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. It's weight for age, so he doesn't really come into it that well at the weights, but a lot of weight for age races are often muddling run affairs, and we plan to go straight to the front with him and make our intentions known, and hopefully he'll get some nice reasonable sectionals in front and he'll kick hard like he did at Caulfield the other day.
And the Mooney Valley Cup, fictional account. Look, if she wins here, she'll get a penalty and be right on the cusp in the Melbourne Cup.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping. There'll be a decision made in the next 48 hours whether she runs. Her owner is a little bit keen to maybe go to Flemington, but look, it's a Mooney Valley Cup with a lot of horses with poor recent form. I'm hoping he changes his mind.
Okay, Tatura on Saturday, Star of Choisir, looks pretty well placed to break his maiden.
Yeah, I think at a mile it'll really suit him. Tatura's a tight track, but he'll be racing right on the pace at a mile.
And briefly on Victoria Bluebird as well at Tatura.
Yeah, he didn't quite run the 1.5 mile out, which surprised me the other day. He'll race right on the pace at Tatura and be very competitive.
Aubrey, Saturday, popular acclaim, Class 2 over 11.75. Should appreciate that class.
Yeah, look, if she draws well, I think she'll win.
Okay, so we'll get your Cox Plate tip as well, Dave.
There wouldn't be a horse that I would tip to beat Green Moon. I think he's an absolute special.
Okay, and bet of the week time thanks to Sporting Bet. Where would you like to place it this week, the 100?
I think I'll back Bradman in Sydney. It was very frustrating narrative. I thought she'd won 3 times.
And David, there's some interesting sales coming up. Can you tell us about those?
Yeah, there's a couple of interesting sales. There's the Queensland Breeze Up sales. The horses are sprinted up for a furlong, so you get a good look at them. moving, which is always a big help. And of course there's the horses in training sales, the Tattersalls in England, which I've got a team of experts looking for me. So if anyone's looking to purchase a horse or interested, please don't hesitate to contact us. We'll be certainly very active in the next 2 weeks.